it's official, I'm either blind, stupid, or both. Because yesterday I talked about the movie giveaway for about 10 minutes and I didn't even mention Extreme Speed. Well, the reason for that is because Cerebi didn't say a word about it on his front page, and meanwhile Bulbagarden was reporting that the dogs would indeed get Extreme Speed. And yesterday I went back and checked out Cerebi's Pokedex, and it's official, all 3 dogs get Extreme Speed. Now, I can't possibly imagine Suicune using it because it's as defensive a Pokemon as you're gonna get, so Extreme Speed isn't gonna change anything for Suicune, so Suicune basically has a net gain of 0. 4 new moves, not 1 that can be useful. Wonderful. As for Raikou, well, it's an offensive Pokemon, but when was the last time you saw a physical Raikou? My point exactly. Raikou's meant to be special, and although Extreme Speed, 80 power, priority of 1, but still, even off Raikou's average attack, you're never gonna see a Raikou with physical attack EVs, so I don't think Raikou is gonna make much use of Extreme Speed either. Now, Entei, on the other hand, highest physical attack of all the dogs, and remember when I was talking about it getting Flare Blitz, how I said that it might just have to use 2 fire moves, those being Flare Blitz and either Fire Fang, Fire Blast, or Flamethrower, just so that it wouldn't need to use Return. Well, there you go, you got the Return replacement, Extreme Speed. So now, the standard Entei set looks about like this. Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Iron Head. So all it needs now is Earthquake, and it's set. It would probably become overused actually if it obtained Earthquake, because I compared Entei and Arcanine as they are becoming very, very similar Pokemon, and basically Entei has better stats, but Arcanine has Intimidate and Morning Sun. And Arcanine, by the way, doesn't have Earthquake either. And it's just baffling, how Altaria gets Earthquake, but neither Entei nor Arcanine do? Altaria's a freaking cloud! Oh my god, it's the 6-pack guy! Well, maybe not really. The 6-pack guy is actually a real person, believe it or not, as much as I want to say otherwise. That private message didn't write itself, And about the movie giveaway yesterday, I said that Suicune was going to get Air Cutter. For some reason, I said Air Cutter, but it's actually Air Slash. Not that it changes a thing. Air Slash without Stab is just now not powerful enough, and a Stabbed Surf is going to be almost as powerful in just about any scenario, and the flinch chance won't be that much of a problem because Suicune isn't the fastest Pokemon out there. Well, its speed is decent, but not any more than that. And speaking of the legendary dog speed, it's written in their lore, black on white, that they are supposed to travel through the land extremely fast. So how they had to wait 11 years to get Extreme Speed is beyond me. In fact, maybe they're getting Extreme Speed now because someone took a look at the lore and said, wow, those guys are supposed to be really, really fast, but they don't have Extreme Speed. So it's some sort of move pool retcon for the ages. Next stop, Garchomp gets Fly and Extreme Speed. So anyway, in a nutshell, when it comes to the relevant moves each Pokemon is gonna get, Suicune gets nothing, Celebi gets Nasty Plot, Raikou gets Aura Sphere and Weather Ball, and Entei, the big winner, gets both Flare Blitz and Extreme Speed. Now, I received a private message the other day from someone who claimed that he saw the Generation 5 Pokemon being leaked, every last one of them, and there were like a huge amount of new ones, like 200, 300, didn't really count them, they were a lot, and they shared something in common. They all sucked horribly. Like, they don't even look like Pokemon. Even the sprites of the actually existing Pokemon, like for example, I remember Honchkrow being on there, Lapras, even those sprites sucked. And of course, there were so many freaking babies, and I don't think even Game Freak would make that many freaking babies in the same generation. And there's also, I think now we actually reached Slateport. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell some junk and deposit some of the junk that I actually want to keep. I'm gonna deposit it in my PC so that I actually remain able to obtain items on the field. But yeah, as someone on the Speed Gamers forums pointed out, the lack of Zubat and Geodude on that regional dex is clear proof that this isn't real. Any regional dex with an ounce of self-respect would have Zubat and Geodude, and their evolutions, of course. Oh yeah, and I'm also going to take the occasion to heal Gardevoir, since its PP is at rock bottom right now. Well, it seems every time I talk about PP or Pokeballs, it seems there's always some kind of innuendo whenever I speak, so I'm just going to shut up for now. Oh, look, a PP up! Okay, I'm not gonna make any jokes about that, because they're all invariably going to suck, since either they would be my own jokes, and therefore they would suck, or they would be overused jokes that suck because they're overused. So, just to say, the only two currently known about Generation 5 Pokemon that exist and have been confirmed are Zora and Zoroark. Anything else is fake. And of course, I remember that the Trickmaster was behind this window, because if you remember, I came here right after I beat Norman, and I couldn't get through the trick, if you can call this a trick, because there are those strength boulders, and I didn't have anything that could use strength, so I picked up Tropius in order to do the dirty job for me. And there's an item there. It's probably some stupid mail item. It seems every item that you can think of that's in the trick house, it's always mail, completely worthless. So why am I picking it up? Because I can, and it's 25 bucks in my pockets. Even though 25 bucks is like 1/8 of the cost of a Pokeball. But anyway, a few days ago, or perhaps it was even further back, like a week ago or something, Bulba Garden reported that it was possible to come back to the Sinjoh Ruins. Even if you had already done the event, you could come back to the Sinjoh Ruins with an Arceus that was obtained with the event item from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I'm having a brain fart and I'm completely forgetting what it's called. I think it's a flute, a colored flute, but not one of the colored flutes like the ash flutes. But anyway, you can do the event once with the movie Arceus and another time with the flute Arceus, so to speak. And of course, you can't make the same Uber twice. So if you went with a movie Arceus and picked, for example, Giratina, then you come back with the flute Arceus. Oh, Azure Flute! That's what it's called! How did I forget about something so basic? But yeah, if you come back with that flute Arceus, then you can't make another Giratina. You have the choice between either Dialga or Palkia, and that's it. And Cynthia isn't there either. She's gone back to Sinnoh, the hiker says, apparently. Anyway, looks like Blaziken is going to gain its first level up in quite a while. As I said I would, I did put it in the lead for that segment because it's starting to lag seriously behind Gardevoir. And once I'm on the road to Fortree, I'm going to make Skarmory my lead because it's level 38 as well, and they both have some catch-up to do. And look at this, those poor trainers can't seem to solve this easy-ass puzzle because God forbid Pokemon NPCs can be good for anything. I mean, it's way easier than the last one. How could they get so far in the first place if they can't solve this? But we're going to solve this ourselves, but next time.